Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, we're vibing. In our yard, we have a storehouse and a dojo. Maybe it's been there even before Kiritsugu, or maybe he built it himself after taking over the place. Either way, you could say his hobbies were a little eccentric. The dojo's a dojo, but the storage looks like a brewery or a pawn shop or something.
Oh, this has to be in English, right?
Yeah.
Is
maybe.
that why? Is that why they're?
That would make sense. I don't know who this could be talking.
Ilya?
She didn't take a guess, I guess.
Brewery? Pawn shop?
Hmm?
Yes.
Nice. As I turn my head towards the owner of that voice, I see Ilya tilting her head with curiosity in her eyes.
She's too little to know what those words mean.
Oh no, she just knows German.
So a pawn shop is found house.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with one though, but I hear there are some high-class ones in the shopping district back alleys.
I know, like the one Miss Tosuka frequents, or so the lady at the fish market tells me.
What? Tosuka's going around to pawn shops? Could it be that she actually has to pinch every penny and pawn off her precious heirlooms just to sustain her daily...
Oh no, it's not like that, Shiro. Man's probably going after jewelry. They may be out of fashion, but old gems that have been released by their former owners may well have their own practical magical uses.
Like a curse ritual at 2 a.m. and stuff?
I'll leave it up to your imagination, though wouldn't something belonging to a lady that died an unnatural death would be best for that?
That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But I see. I did wonder just where she was stocking up. Where was she stocking up on all those gems from time to time? But I never thought she'd even use pawn shops. I have a fear that even I'll be pawned off before long.
Hey Shiro, what's a brewery?
Huh? A place that brews sake and the like manufacturer.
Jesus Christ.
I see. A wine killery or a brewery. They make rice alcohol in this country, right?
I guess she's talking about Japanese sake. Rice alcohol makes me think of something like rice wine. Grains of rice soaked in shochu or whatnot. It's not all distilled sake. There's stuff like shochu too.
As I thought, that's what cellars and storehouses are used for.
Unusually impressed, Ilya keeps nodding her head. Well, she does own a castle, so maybe the Einsburns. Say, do you have one in your castle too? A wine cellar or a brewery?
The castle here or the castle far away?
This or that castle? Ah, really, she speaks like the heiress of a true aristocrat.
This castle's a vacation home, so there's just a wine cellar. A wine cellar, that is, although we never use it.
So there's one in your country?
The weather's not good for making wine over there, but we did have a distillery.
Oh, so you made things like your own whiskey.
How do you know that?
Eau de vie? That's right, I guess. We have to make our own magic ingredients, and there's never enough alcohol.
I see. So it's actually for more of an academic purpose. I guess they use alcohol to preserve sample thing.
Can you try again? You went, meh.
I guess they use alcohol to preserve samples, or maybe to make chemicals or something.
Your storehouse isn't really alcohol related either, is it?
Yeah, I don't drink, although I can make some. It's just a storage room.
It's also your workshop, isn't it? Say, Oni-chan?
Gulp. The sudden change in the way of address surprises me. And that smiling face, I know I'll be unable to say no matter how naughty the request is.
Can I go inside Oni-chan's storehouse?
Sure, there's nothing interesting there, though.
It's okay. I always wanted to have a peek at your workshop.
Go ahead. It's a bit dusty, but...
Yay, thanks, Shiro!
Seeing her so full of joy makes me happy as well. Although it isn't much, I'm glad my little workshop has pleased her.
Wow!
She jumps inside. Her gaze stops on the heaping pile of junk in front of her.
Did you collect all these, Shiro?
Half by me, half by Fujine, I guess. All the useless stuff is entirely by Fujine, though. Every time I look away, there's more of it.
Considering it's Taiga, I'm not surprised. Nope, not at all.
She dives into the mountain of junk.
Jesus Christ.
I'm worried about the dust getting on her clothes. Ilya, if you're gonna go exploring, I have some work gloves.
It's okay. Oh, what's this, Shiro? Hey-ya!
Out comes a round object. That's a Shichirin. Why would Fujine...
Shichirin? Kind of a stove, right?
Yeah, you put some coal inside, cover it with a metal screen, use it for cooking. Not that I have any coal, though. She probably meant to grill some cuttlefish on it. Well, it's not broken, so we could use it now. And it is fall, but I'd rather have some mackerel instead of cuttlefish.
Is this the little grill that Yukihiro Soma used to use all the time? And everyone was like, ah, what is this poor person's grill? And he's like, it's normal. Do you remember? No?
Maybe? I don't really remember the Soma grill.
That's fine.
Maybe.
Wow,
It's just like a
wow.
little charcoal burner.
Yeah.
Wow, there's lots of stuff.
She puts down the stove and resumes her exploration.
This is technically a visual novel? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could call it an interactive book.
It's like a book that you make some choices in. It's not really.
Obviously,
Yeah.
this one, I don't think affects our ending, doesn't get affected by our choices that much, does it?
No, but we kind of choose where we go and what to do.
We get some freedom, but it doesn't change the story. We're anime characters because of magic.
A hot water bottle, kotatsu heater, vacuum cleaner nozzle. Even I'm impressed by the variety.
Are you going to repair and use all these?
Not really, but I do want to reuse them as much as I can.
Oh, but even then. So, this is your workshop, right?
She spins and looks around. Her face shows a complex expression of dissatisfaction, but at the same time, she also seems unusually impressed.
Just what is that, this feeling? Not at all similar, yet so close. Could this be...
Ilya, is there something odd here?
I'm not sure, but... Say, did something happen here? Like some sort of grand magic in the past?
No. I did practice strengthening, but I haven't used anything big. You summoned Saber here.
You
Dang it, I
fucking
forgot.
idiot.
Although, yeah, this is where Saber came out, isn't it?
Ah, so it's Saber's summoning spot. I see, it certainly looks suitable for Saber. I wonder if the summoning circle had been engraved before the storehouse was built, or if he just chose a spot away from public view. Well, only the previous summoner would ever know.
Ilya almost sighs as she mutters all that in a low voice.
Well, who cares about the past? As for the grade, I'd give it about a 10. It's fun in a way, but you must take care of your workroom, or it will really become a place you just shove your stuff into.
And out of what? Like, it's not a 10 out of 10 by the criticism, right?
No.
But it's 10 out of 100 seems harsh. I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's become a habit for me to think that a storage and practice room are the same.
Oh, that's just like you, Shiro. Perhaps it's time I helped you out.
You mean to renovate it?
Yeah, Yeah, you'd have to move a lot of stuff, but you can make it into something like my room in no time at all.
So she says, full of confidence. But, like her room? You mean Ilya's room?
Hideous. We'll get Stella and Liz to clean it up and change the interior. Right, about 3 days should do it.
Wait, if you'll really make it look like your castle, I'll never be able to concentrate here. To have a Western-style room just in the storehouse of this purely Japanese residence would be nothing more than a joke. Opening the door to find the storehouse interior lined with carpet, or...
Of course, those things will be taken into consideration. Anyway.
Right. I instinctively lowered my head as a reaction to Ilya's sudden didactic tone.
If you actually want to get anywhere, then you must first straighten out that attitude. The workshop is the basis of a magus.
I am truly ashamed of myself, ma'am.
This and that, it's all Rin's fault. Really, it's all Tosca's laissez-faire policy. She regards independence too highly.
Ilya's mad at Tosca's negligence, although Tosca certainly is my current teacher. No, I think that's unrelated too.
No way! If the teacher doesn't keep an eye on the student's workshop, she'll never know what kind of trouble he could be getting into.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Right, I must take care of you. There's no other way. I can't entrust Oni-chan to the likes of Rin.
Oh my god, why is this getting so...
Horror music. A complacent smile, or maybe a smirk, or maybe an eternal devil's grin. A pair of crimson eyes slowly closes in. A strong, musky scent permeates the dark storehouse. A mirage slowly takes hold over my brain. I feel like a moth fixated on a light. I can move any part of my body, yet it feels as if I'd ruin something big if I move even a finger.
Hey, Shiro. I will definitely make sure to raise you well.
What? Ilya, calm down. That's...
Oni-chan, it's you who needs to calm down and think. Here.
Her eyes and lips move closer to mine. Her little body sitting in my lap feels light as a feather.
Shiro, do you not like me, Oni-chan?
That's not it, but...
If you like me, I will make you my most precious possession. You'll think of no one else, not even Saber. I'll make you into my finest dessert.
Ah! Suddenly the fog in my mind clears. Fool me once. The miserable experience from the first time now lets me turn the tables on her. You're too naive, Ilya. Even I won't fall for the same trick twice.
Hey, Shiro? Wait, what?
My free will that had been trapped in those red eyes returns. Back at you. Will you be mine if you like me?
Ah!
Alright, now's my chance. I hug Ilya tightly.
You idiot! What are you doing, Shiro?
What do you mean, what? This one little troublemaker lady playing with people like a kitten with toys. I thought she could use a lesson or two. Oh my god.
I'm not a troublemaker, and I'm no cat either! And don't carry a lady on your shoulder, you!
She hits my back a few times, but I don't care. Although the thought of surrendering to her truly did cross my mind once, I realized that Ilya is still a child. Decade too early.
That's too late, and in 10 years you'll be begging to become mine.
Yeah, things might get ugly if you try the same thing again.
You just watch, forget Rin. I'll be so plump and full that even Sakura will be no match for me.
Well, it sounds kind of sad.
Oh god, why are we like this?
I wish she'd become a well-mannered lady. Wait, what the hell am I saying?
Let me go, put me down! Shiro, idiot!
Your compliments are much appreciated. Alright, let's go drink some tea. I have some dorayaki from Metamea, too.
Huh? Really? Oh, no, you won't get away with that. Shiro, you idiot, 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 idiot!
Just memes.
I know we waited a long time to answer your question. So are choices in the story, our choices do influence the story in some ways, but there are obvious limitations. Like, we can get a bad end and have to, like, go back and, like, try again, which we have done. But it won't, like, change the ending, if that makes sense. It just kind of changes how we get to the end.
So, like, most visual novels work differently than this one also. Like, most of them, you're making choices that will put you into a few, like, forked endings, right? So, like, your ending can be slightly... the very end can be slightly different, but your big, like, climactic fights and stuff will kind of be the same. Just like a Telltale game doesn't really change that much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this game in particular... and there's some choices you can make that'll kill you, and you have to load a save. That's super common, too, and that'll happen here. But this game kind of forgoes a lot of that. Instead, you choose your order of progression and a lot of like optional side stuff. And so we can choose to go hang out with Saber in Saber's room, or Sakura in our room, or go out to the streets, right? Which doesn't really follow like a linear path, but we're getting to the same place eventually.
Yee. Speaking of, who do we want to hang out with?
We can also check the streets.
You want to
Lance
touch
on the
your
harbor.
boyfriend?
You Lance on the harbor while my throat is still nice and not sore. At the harbor, there's a familiar face. Lancer can be found anywhere, but in the afternoon, this is where he devotes himself to his hobby. Well, what should I ask him about?
What is he doing? We've already done the first
the other one. The sky is clear. The autumn mood is covered up by the intense sunlight. The soft ocean breeze gently caresses my face. Only the screeching of seagulls breaks the peaceful silence of the docks. Without argument, this is a perfect location. Fuyuki Harbor seems like a place that would be favored by families or couples going out for a walk, and yet... with the arrival of this gangster-looking guy, it's transformed into an ominous place no one dares approach. To be honest, it actually doesn't look weird. In fact, the harmony is downright frightening. Like a swordsman naturally becoming one with his surroundings, this has to be the skill of a pro. As a token of admiration, I'll get a can of coffee from the vending machine. Hey, are they biting? Yep, little by little. A pile of mackerel, 4 black porgies, and 3 filefish for now. Ah, what a mishmash. You catch all those at the docks? It's the ocean, you know? Of course there's a large variety. Well, anyhow, it's a bit of a mix, but hey, it's a rare one. He sure doesn't seem to care. As I pass over the canned coffee, I sneak a peek at his fishing bucket. There is actually even more variety in the catch than Lancer said. Lots of mackerel. For some reason, they bite right after I lower the hook. Oh, I also caught an octopus not long ago. Is that a magic fishing rod? At this rate, this guy could rule the sushi world. Wait a moment. Looking carefully, there's a critical problem. Lancer, you'll be fishing all day long, right? Don't you have a fishing stand? As the name suggests, a fishing stand is something that supports the fishing rod. It's an indispensable piece of equipment for long fishing trips. Fishing rods are fairly heavy, and in some cases even a slight vibration will cause the fish to flee. If one is to fish using a rod for half a day or more, a stand's a necessity. Ah, sounds handy, but I ain't got no need for one. Just looking at the rod, the line, and the ocean makes me happy. Of course, I get even happier when a fish bites. As Lancer keeps grumbling, his fishing rod remains motionless. Lancer's arm strength is simply astonishing. Not just the strength, but his machine-like precision and stamina as well. I guess so. You probably wouldn't want to rely on any modern equipment. Did you find that rod around here somewhere? Yeah, all thanks to one generous guy. I spent all day straightening out that bent back of his, and he gave me this as a token of appreciation. For some reason, I never saw him again.
What?
Ha ha ha, Lancer laughs out loud. Coach Lancer, that sounds more like extortion. Well, it was that Mato guy. Wait, Shinji? Man, no wonder he's always moping at the edge of the docks. So now that you got it, you're making sure it gets put to good use, and now you spend every day absorbed in fishing. I mean, I'm definitely relieved to know that you settled down, but is fishing really that exciting? Guess you could call it a fun exercise. I'm pretty confident in my skills. I don't mind bragging that I'm the best fisher out of all the servants. That great hero of Greece is one thing, but that bootlegger and that meager prince who can't even hold a rod, they could never enter the men's angling world. I just felt a crevice opening up. I sense an imminent storm approaching this small dock. Is it alright to talk about them like that? You know what they say, loose lips sink ships, Lancer. You saying that talking about them behind their backs is gonna come back to bite me? It won't get out unless you don't keep your mouth shut. Not that I care if it does. I'll take a fight to the death any day. No intention to start a conflict, but willing to accept any challenge. Is that Lancer's attitude? Lancer yanks up the rod. Mackerel? Mackerel. Apparently unsatisfied with his catch, Lancer removes the hook and tosses the fish back into the ocean. Conversation ends here. There's no place harder to cope with than a fishing ground with nothing to talk about. Sorry for bugging you. I'll leave you to your mackerels. Hey, thanks for the coffee. I leave the docks behind. People. They can't understand each other if they don't communicate. To me, the dock is extremely boring, but it's Lancer's favorite place to be. The docks are as joyous as a summer day. I pray that tranquility won't be ruined by any senseless intruders. That was nice.
They just talked about fish. You ready?
Just fish with Lancer for a little bit.
Did we ever figure out the difference with the exclamation points and the news?
I think exclamation marks or progress news are optional.
Oh. But we love walking, right?
I love walking. Fictionally.
Ooh!
With Saber! We won't get murked by werewolves this time. I'll go patrol with Saber. The situation around town isn't too urgent, but if I have nothing else to do, I should at least take a look around. Saber, do you have a minute? I'd like to go patrolling through the town for a bit.
Yes, I am prepared. I'm ready to investigate or just wait for more development. The choice is yours, Shiro.
Saber replies immediately, as if having read my thoughts. I'm very thankful, but... even if you say it's up to me... I called you because I was going out on patrol. If I didn't want to go, I wouldn't have said anything. Saber's reply was a little weird. I guess she noticed it herself as well, as she lets out an of surprise.
You're right. The one who wanted to accompany you on patrol was me. I did not want to test your resolve, but it looks like I just did.
She bows her head as an apology. I don't think that's necessary. I wasn't particularly motivated to go myself, but now that I got a push in the right direction, it's all good. Maybe your senses got a little dulled by the peace too. There hasn't been much happening during summer vacation, so maybe you've loosened up a little.
That is not possible. I am your sword. As long as you need me, no blunders will be tolerated.
Saber's determination seems flawless. That's very reliable of her. However, I'm glad to hear it, but that's just another way of saying that you can't rest as long as I remain a rookie. Oh well, guess I'm still a troublesome pupil to you.
Huh, no, I do not mean to fault you. I just attempted to express my readiness to stand by your side until the end. And although I do not say it in words, I do think you are quite well.
Saber hastily corrects herself. Although I do want to talk more, if we make noise in the corridor, we might attract an undesired third person.
Why, in fact, as each day passes, I feel even more grateful for your... Are you even listening, Shiro?
Sorry, Saber. Let's talk more about that later. I cut the conversation short and grabbed Saber's hand. Before we get discovered by other inhabitants, I hurriedly escaped from the hallway. We do our best to sneak outside. The Emiya residence surroundings are peaceful and quiet. Nothing's out of the ordinary. Well then, let's go have a quick look around town. We don't know where the problem is, though, and we don't even know if there is anything out of the ordinary in the first place, so today's patrol might end up being pointless. That said, time to hit the road. But before that... Saber?
Yes, what is it, Shiro?
Why is she so energetic and eager? Hey, I don't really know if you should wear armor around town. It's still before 10. It'll be weird if we get seen by other people. Wouldn't it be fine just to armor yourself when we meet enemies?
No, since we do not know our enemies, we must make sure to concentrate on our defenses. Shiro, please worry about how you appear to other people when you have learned to defend yourself.
Gah. I've made her angry for the first time in a while. I can't really agree not to care about how we look, but when it comes to battles, her intuition is irrefutable. In other words, now that she's on high alert, this evening stroll will not end as simply as that. Okay, I'll leave it up to you, but the moment you see someone you know, make sure to disarm immediately.
Yes, it will depend on the situation, but I shall try to comply. Oh, shit!
I mean, last time we kind of started left and worked our way right.
You want to do that again?
Yeah. Check. The temple feels like a good place to check for happenings.
The temple is always terrifying. We either die there or we hang out with Assassin and he's hot. So I feel like there is a no-lose scenario here.
The win-win. There are no signs of life at the temple gate. There aren't any noticeable changes here. This mountain's almost an hour away from town and has always been wrapped in silence. I've been to Ryoto Temple Saber before, but this is the first time we're visiting at this hour since the last Holy Grail War. I wonder, no way it would happen with just me alone, but with Saber around, I'm starting to zone out a little. This has to be the spot where the end of something is sleeping. Okay.
Shiro?
That's the ending to the Fate route.
Right.
Okay. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Do you feel anything, Saber?
I do not feel anything disquieting. Even if there were new abnormalities to be found here, I find it hard to imagine Ryoto Temple being assaulted. This is Castor's territory, after all. The area's defenses against outside enemies are perfect. Even after the end of the Holy Grail War, she still remains cautious of the other servants.
Yeah, sometimes I do talk with her at Ryoto Temple, but it feels like she's keeping her distance. According to Kuzuki-sensei, though, she just isn't used to dealing with the neighbors yet, so I should be a little more forgiving. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, when you think of her backstage plotting, it is a little hard to suddenly start being friendly with each other. So anyway, Saber, what do you think about Castor? Do you think she's involved this time?
I do not intend to defend her. However, this probably is not her doing. For example, the continuation of the Holy Grail War could bring nothing to her, as she has no wish to be granted.
That's true. She probably wants things to go on the way they are more than any of us. This is the peace that she had never been able to get. Well, putting that aside. You were saying her defenses are perfect. Are there any tricks up her sleeve other than Assassin?
Yes, an almost neurotic defensive barrier. Aside from Assassin, who was summoned only for the purpose of guarding the gate, there has been an increase in the number of traps with each passing month, even without a war. It is enough to cause one to suspect that she was not doing it out of protection, but testing them out as a hobby.
So that's what's making you distrust Castor. Supposing that by some accident Castor did become friends with Saber, they have the sort of relationship where they'd quarrel with each other outside of public view all the time. I don't think we have to go all the way in, though. There's nothing unusual here, and I can't help but get the feeling that we'd be poking our heads into a beehive if we did. I want to avoid being mistaken for attackers. The other onlooking servants aren't going to just stand around if a fight broke out over something as insignificant as this.
I agree. We had best leave Assassin to his duties and return to town. He is somewhat of a difficult person to deal with, but he is not one that would allow wrongs to go on out of mischief. He does engage in life or death battles as though they were entertainment, but he enjoys this tranquility just as much.
Saber's right. As long as Assassin's protecting the temple gates, no suspicious characters will be entering.
Damn, we didn't even get to say hi!
Yeah, sad. I guess it's about time to go back. It's not like we only have tonight. There's time tomorrow, too. Let's call it a night. I'll let you know the next time we're going out, okay?
Right, it is my pleasure to be relied on, Shiro.
The two of us return to the Emiya residence. It seems the end of the night has been postponed for a little longer.
Do you remember what we're supposed to be doing?
Well, we're like kind of investigating why servants are around and why, like, there is technically a Grail War happening, but nobody really wants to fight it.
Right.
Or like has any idea what's causing it. So we're just like investigating the mystery of it all right now.
Okay.
Oh, we got a lot of mysteries. Or we can hang out at the house.
What are you feeling?
we should do Big Bridge.
Big Bridge?
Yeah. I think I remember what this is. I'm already loitering out in the city. I'll try walking across the bridge. A clear sky. The sunlight makes it a bit warm, and the breeze from the ocean cools my cheeks just right.
Stop! What's wrong with you?
That's so funny. It's the start of the 3-day weekend. It's just the right Saturday weather for the perfect picnic. Oh, looks like there's something going on over there. I see a group of children in the park. There's quite a few of them. They brought bats, soccer balls. In fact, there's no way they could use all those toys within one day. Having broke up into East and West teams, they're now competing against each other. Feeling in the mood to just bask in the sun, I lean against the railing and observe the epic battle unfolding in the park. After some twists and turns, it looks like they decided that the match for the morning would be in basketball. Each force would select their finest and ensure the game rises above the ranks of mere child's play. Cheering, booing, excitement, disappointment. Now that I look around, there are many people sitting on the grass caught up in the thrill of the game along with the kids. Looks like I'm not the only spectator here. Why not? There might be the usual bit of danger with the Holy Grail War, but having a little diversion like this isn't too bad. Time that's neither particularly fun nor boring is not always so easy to come by. A particularly loud cheer comes from the park. The game is over. It was a tight race, but the team that controlled the game wasn't the one with the 3 oversized primary schoolers. It was actually one of the West Force, with an extremely orthodox formation. I knew it. That kid got the flow of the game totally under control. The players on the winning team were all average, but it was their leader that stood out. The little commander didn't just issue accurate orders to his teammates, he also let out more than enough brilliance as an aced player. Besides, being a foreigner with bright blonde hair, it'd be strange if he didn't stand out. The little blonde commander seems to be their idol. He praises everybody's work with a smile, all while they crowd around him after the game. With that much attention, it would only be natural for him to start bragging, but he isn't. He really is the perfect boy.
Oh no.
For just an instant, our eyes met. I've got good eyesight, but eye-to-eye contact at this distance has to just be a figment of my imagination. Or so I thought. Huh? He's coming here? Excusing himself a bit, the blonde boy goes right towards the stairs leading up to the bridge, cutting straight through the park.
Good morning!
I accidentally make a mindless response.
Oh, at this time of day, should I say good afternoon? Okay, I'll do it again. Good afternoon, Oni-san.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I follow suit automatically. The blonde kid rewards me with a happy smile. Yap. I seriously don't remember him. I don't remember ever being greeted by a strange boy. To make matters worse, he came all the way from the park just to see me. I racked my brain, having obviously met him before. I'm really sorry. I don't know who you are at all. Have we met before?
Oh, you don't remember me?
The boy looks at me with a surprised expression. I feel really, really guilty, but I don't have a clue, sadly.
I see. Oni-san, you seem to be the dense sort. I guess I'll take you a bit. But we have already met each other many times. Well, I might have been wearing something a little bit different, though.
You were wearing different clothing? No, if it was just clothing, I wouldn't have forgotten about a kid this distinctive.
Not really clothing, but appearance? Well, even to me, everything from back then does feel like someone else's affairs. Like we're the same, but there isn't much common ground.
I'm getting even more confused. The blonde kid frowns and continues reluctantly.
I'll give you a hint. I'm the person Oni-san probably hates the most. That should narrow it down quite a bit, right? Oni-san, you have just as many people that you don't get along with as anyone else, but there shouldn't be that many people that you hate.
There isn't even a hint of sarcasm in the boy's voice. Even knowing that he's disliked, his smile's still just as sincere. His blood-red eyes look straight at me. Wait a minute. Red eyes and golden hair. Yeah, I think I know one guy that fits that profile. Ah. Nah, can't be. It can't be, but this boy somehow looks... No, more like there are parts of him that are similar to that guy. Did he have a little brother by any chance?
Unfortunately, I have no blood relatives. I always wanted to have siblings. Or a spouse, though.
An innocent, angelic smile.
Oh, but please don't worry, Saber-san isn't my type yet. Well, if I lose to her, something unexpected may still happen. But for now, I'm not pursuing her. Look at that little face!
The water in my brain just evaporated. His little cat face.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the blonde boy is that.
I'm him. It was along the lines of, what an infantile mess. I refuse to put up with this nonsense.
So it looks like I drank a youth potion. I really don't get myself.
No way. This can't be right. No, this really couldn't be right. No, even if there was some mistake, this really, really couldn't be right. I mean, how could he have been such a nice little kid when he was young?
Oni-san, I know what you're thinking. I did ask a lot of other people and got the same reaction. I know it's my fault.
Why do I end up doing things that make people hate me?
Hard to answer even though it's about myself. No, because it is about myself.
Sighs the blonde boy.
Oh, everyone's calling me. See you later, Oni-san. Oh, you shouldn't do anything dangerous by yourself. I think it would be a good idea to do a lot of other stuff first. If you do, I'll be able to go back to my old self too.
With a polite bow, the little blonde kid's about to leave. What? Wait, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you. I was told by my master that I couldn't tell you the answer. Remember, I have a past record. I was told to stay put until Lancer died, but there I went, off to see Saber-san. Why do I have to end up doing that kind of stuff?
What? That was during the Holy Grail War half a year ago when he impaled Castor. But... Master? But Kodamine isn't here anymore, I know that for sure. Yes, even if all the servants are remaining, even if the masters are here who shouldn't be. Kodamine Kirei alone is definitely dead.
Yes, that's right. My master is Kodamine, but Kodamine is certainly dead. He's already gone. Because of that, Kodamine Kirei has nothing to do with this current situation. You should just think of me as just part of the peanut gallery. Yep, I really have nothing to do with this incident.
Blonde boy runs down the stairs. The children rejoice at the return of their idol. As I watch this scene, stunned as I am, I lock in the fact that boy is him in my memory. Of course, not that it makes any damn sense.
Part of me also thinks that Kodamine Kirei's not dead. I'm there too.
I don't know.
everyone
said he was
else
dead.
everyone else undied. Why couldn't Kotomine Kiri undie?
Because we killed him.
Nope.
Rider time. Hungry today. By the way, are you happy to be with me, Shiro? Huh? The sudden question caused my hand to stop halfway through turning the page. Just reading together?
Mm-hmm.
It is nothing. Seeing you read with a difficult expression on your face prompted me to ask. Please ignore it and continue with your book. It's been 30 minutes since I've started reading in Ryder's room. Sometimes I excuse myself into her room to read like this, but it's probably the first time she's tried to speak to me as I'm reading. Oh, I'm just not used to this type of printing, and I do like the atmosphere of this place. How about you? Am I bothering you by being here? I do not really mind. And I am also used to seeing you frown whenever I look up to rest my eyes. I see. In that case, I'll help myself. Shoving the mountain books aside, I grabbed the next one. I found one in English, but it was completely beyond me. Let's try something normal next. So, what's with this all-out girly Harlequin romance stuff? The summary looks interesting. Ryder, do you read these kind of books too? Was it any good, is the message I'm trying to convey through my stare. I was not that much into it. But I can only speak for myself. So not that great. Well, this one looks a little long, so I'll put it off till next time. Let's go with this short one about a swordsman. Right, Ryder, would you like some tea? I'll go make some. No, not really. But if you're going to, then I shall join you as well. Was it unnecessary to interfere? Since Ryder's so into reading, then I should immerse myself into it too, or just borrow a book and go back to my room. Shiro. Yeah, sorry to disturb you. I'll go back to my room, so you can just... As I have said, I do not mind you being here. Here's a simple question. What kind of books do you tend to read? This is a rare occurrence. Maybe her book isn't that interesting? Well, I read everything, but I don't really get attached to anything in particular. The reason I'm here is because of your influence as an ardent reader. In other words, you have no particular taste. I see. That is just like you. She laughs. Ha ha ha. I feel kind of like a kid being laughed at by an older woman.
Yeah?
What? It's not that different from you, Ryder. These books are all over the place, nothing in common whatsoever. You have many interests, which means that you don't have a particularly high interest in anything. A book I especially like. Indeed, I cannot say that I have a particular genre that I like. But speaking in your terms, Shiro, for me, reading itself is an interest. Ah. I clap my hands together. Ryder doesn't distinguish between nonfiction, novels, periodicals. Ryder just likes books themselves. The type is unimportant to her. Well, I get this passing curiosity about what ultimate collection Ryder might be hiding in the closet over there. Oh no, hold the horses. Don't be hasty. I'll need a lot more than my mortal self to ever see that. What is it, Shiro? For a moment there, it looked as if you had something truly frightening flash through your head. No, anyway, you're saying that reading itself is your hobby. But then, there must have been some particularly interesting books you've read. If so, please tell me. Let me see. I would not go so far as to call them interesting, but there have been a few that were particularly well done. If you tell me a few books you were touched by, then I could give you some recommendations. Books that touched me. That's a difficult request. A book that really left an impression on me. Can't really say that I've had one like that. Catherine? I've never given myself much time for reading until now. And it shows. Well, now that we have you, there's no shortage of reading material. But Ryder, reading's fine and all, but don't you have any other hobbies? You're good at sports, and it'd be great if you could find one more activity that you like. An activity? I do think that my life is already sufficiently comfortable as it is. Well, perhaps it is, but if it was more like...
Sorry.
Ryder doesn't go out to Shinto on her own. Perhaps, just perhaps, date-level arrangements are the only thing she got to Shinto for. Please do not worry. I am enjoying life in my own way. Well then, if I say that I'm doing something when you are not looking, would you believe me? Seeing her seductive smile, my heart skips a beat. If she says she's doing something I don't know about with a face like that, I really can't help but imagine bad things. Please relax. It is definitely nothing like sucking blood from the citizens of this city. I just have my own way of having fun. I am a woman, after all. In other words, I'm not as impenetrable a person as you and Sakura believe. That seductive smile turns into a happy one. Ryder said she was able to penetrate.
Stop!
I'm just about to breathe a sigh of relief when...
Ryder, are you there?
Is that you, Sakura? Please come in. Sakura enters. I get up to make room for her as she comes in.
Ryder, I have something to ask. Oh, Senpai, you're here too?
Yeah, I dropped in to read for a bit. Yes, Shiro does spend time here like this on occasion. He seems to be taking my room for a library. Ryder says that as if giving it.
Oh, you cut out.
Ryder says that as if giving up in amazement. But her voice was soft, so she must be not all that dissatisfied with such treatment. And I'm happy that she thinks that way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please don't mind me, Sakura. I'm just reading my book, but... if it's a serious matter, I can leave.
Ooh, is it?
Sakura looks at me, then at Ryder.
Senpai, can I disturb you for a moment?
Sure. What is it? Didn't you have something to talk to Ryder about, though?
That was so... but I remembered something urgent, so please come.
If that's the case, sure. Ryder, can I leave my book here? I'll continue with it when I come back. Yes, you can leave it like that. But Sakura, what was it that you wanted to ask me?
It's okay, I told you. I can ask that later.
What's with this tension? Ryder's thinking about something with a grave expression. I'm truly sorry, Sakura.
Uh-huh.
That's still Sakura.
Ryder, why are you saying that?
I really am sorry. Should I really say what I'm apologizing for?
It's okay, just stay right here, Ryder.
I shall do that. Again, I'm terribly sorry, Sakura. Sakura starts backtracking. I don't know what Ryder's apologizing about, but I guess receiving those apologies can be quite burdensome. So, Sakura, what'd you need me for?
Right. But please come this way, Senpai.
She drags me out. And Ryder, as if completely oblivious. Shiro, I know it is sudden, but I have changed my mind. I will lend you that book, so please enjoy it at your leisure. I suddenly want to read by myself. But Ryder, just now.
Really, Senpai? Please come quickly.
What in the harem?
Sakura, is it because of the dinner plans? Should I cook the fish after all? Are the mackerels in the fridge not enough? Should we really use new rice? It's not about dinner? Then is it about the archery club? Sakura finally stops. Whatever her story is, she takes a deep breath and then... She tilts her head in confusion. Sakura?
I'm sorry. What was it I needed to do?
That's what I'd like to ask. That's quite a memory lapse.
Haven't had one of those in a while.
Sakura, have you been working too hard lately? Are you eating people at night?
No, that's not it, but...
No, that's definitely it. You can rest for today. I'll take care of dinner tonight. Alright, I'll head back to Ryder's room for the...
Don't! Senpai, you're right. It's about dinner. Right. Let's get started on it now.
She's way too energetic. I guess I was just mistaken about her fatigue.
Oh my god.
Sure, but isn't it way too early?
It doesn't matter. With 4 or 5 people, it's certainly a lot more than before, and it's autumn. The seasons of good appetites.
Oh, well, even Saber might actually feel that way, as well as Fujine.
Right, and since it's an appetizing season, it'd be great if we did our best too.
She laughs unnaturally. It feels like she thinks she'll lose something if she doesn't drag me to the kitchen right this moment. Alright, tonight's dinner is important to you, right? Then I'll do my best too. First, let's go ask Ryder what she'd like for dinner.
That won't do. Ryder doesn't care about food, so it would just be awkward.
Something's up. Sakura's behavior is way too suspicious. But even then, this is, how should I put it?
See, look here. I actually brought your apron. It's a new one with a really cute fried egg and crab on it. I thought it would fit you so well, I went and bought it in secret. Look, it really does fit you.
She says, overjoyed. I really don't know why, but this in itself... How should I put it? Just looking at it makes me feel energized. Alright, I still don't get what this is all about, but I now understand how you feel. I'll lend you a hand, so let's make a festive dinner that'll surprise everyone.
I did it. Thank you, Senpai. Please try on the apron. Yay.
She puts the apron on me, overflowing with joy. Alright then. There's been a change of plans, but it's refreshing to see Sakura's smiling face. I'll try all my tricks to make something grand tonight.
She was just jealous of Ryder, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that was it. But there was a lot of... It seemed more urgent of like, you cannot go ask Ryder what she wants for dinner. And Ryder was like, you can't come back here afterwards, take your book with you.
Yeah, but I guess my question was, did Sakura seek him out specifically to take him out of Ryder's room because she was jealous?
Maybe? The urgency... It feels more urgent than that.
But
But,
she
I don't
wouldn't say
know.
what it was for?
Well, yeah, she didn't want to tell us.
I'm confused.
I don't have an answer for you necessarily, but...
Because she came into the room and then was like, LMAO, you're here too. Oh, wait, hold on, you should definitely come with me.
Yeah. But, like, in my head, if it's just like, oh, jealous you're spending time with Ryder, when we're like, we should ask Ryder what she wants for dinner, and her be like, no! Seems excessive. Because we're not going to hang out. We're just, like, talking for 5 seconds.
I will stay with my confusion.
Yeah, it might come out later. Who knows?
You want to go on one of our
We knock
walks?
out all our saber walks? Yeah, might as well work our way down. We arrive at the heart of Miyama. Looking towards Shinto, I can see the lit up bridge and all the city lights.
There's nothing unusual here. We can continue our patrol in Miyama, or extend further into Shinto. I shall leave it up to your judgment, Shiro.
Eventually, Dawn will come. We better not be out too later. Sakura and the others will worry. We shouldn't be wandering around aimlessly either. Let's see. Now that we've more or less covered Miyama, I guess we should take a look through Shinto too. Soon it will be dawn. As much as I want to continue this one-on-one patrol with Saber, it's about time we start wrapping it up. Well, nothing there, I guess. But we gotta check them all.
So easy.
Got Taiga on the temple grounds. We got Saber at home. Anything across the bridge? Oh, we got Ilya at the station.
I think
Whatever's fine.
Taiga would be fun.
Okay. Taiga at the temple. Ryudo Temple, Fuyuki Mountain. I once asked Issei about its history. He produced a list of mysterious names befitting a famous temple and left me even more confused. Well, most of the town's population couldn't care less about these things, but for the new year and the other events, the temple still gathers believers atop the mountain. So, here's one of these pilgrims. Do you just come for fun, Fujine?
What's the fun of climbing a long flight of stone steps?
The stone steps keep going all the way from the base of the mountain to the temple gate. Must have taken her a fair amount of effort. Climbing up here isn't exactly a one-step affair.
That's right, after bunny hopping all the way up and down 10 times, even you must feel refreshed, Shiro.
My knees would give out before I'm done with that.
Youngsters don't do it with a spare tire and iron sandals these days, do they?
What does that mean?
Iron sandals? Where the heck would you even get those? Wait, probably from the Fujimura group. Old man Raiga has been strutting around in single-tooth, tall sandals, I believe.
So, okay, yeah. So did you just come for fun too? Big sis will be worried if a healthy young man stays that his hobby is mountains, you know? Like, how did I raise you with such gloomy interests?
Worry not, your education policy did not include anything even close to such bland activities, Fujine.
That's right, it didn't. Okay, let's visit the shrine.
We walk over to the temple grounds to get some purifying water. It's been a while since we visited a shrine together. Since New Year's, I guess. Every year, Fujine dresses up in a really profound-looking kimono, but that's another story. How about an offering?
It's about fate, so 5 yen.
Can't you do 500?
55.
We're coming up one order of magnitude short, sadly. 5 yen is like nothing.
Yeah. She's
That's
just handing a
not money.
fucking nickel over.
Not even. Like,
Because 500 yen is like what? A little bit under.
5 yen is $0.037.
Just throwing some pennies in.
Yeah. Of course, even if we do, putting in paper bills would be unheard of. Faith is what matters. That's what I'd like to believe. Alright, so what should I pray for? Household well-being, road safety, academic success. Wondering what Fujine is wishing for, I take a sideways glance.
Let Shiro grow up strong and healthy.
Crap, I wasn't ready for that. I'm touched. Did she really worry about me this much?
And also, please let me get a hot boyfriend.
As I was praying for her safety and well-being, the thought crossed my mind too. But you know, Fujine, you're making an awfully common request.
And please give the Siberian tiger from extinction. Oh, please save the Siberian tiger from extinction. The Bengal tiger is in danger of becoming extinct too.
Gradually running out of material, we get to the tigers. So the prayer for my adulthood is lumped together with other material. My feelings are now mixed.
So, what did you wish for, Shiro?
For world peace.
Yours is always the same, isn't it? Don't you ever go more like, a girl now, and stuff?
If I did, the deity would probably be quite troubled.
He doesn't need girls. He has a fucking entire harem in his backyard.
I'm pretty sure this mountain isn't oriented towards marriages. And besides, marital success? With whom? My train of thought is interrupted by a familiar voice.
I will be random temple man. Or is he gonna be recurring?
Sure. No, well, that's Issei's brother.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, it's been ages since we met, Shiro-kun. Morning. Really nice weather today, isn't it? Fuck!
Oh, do you want to not do that because you're doing 3 people here?
Yep. Good morning, Fujimura-sensei. Morning, Emiya.
The 2 that just came out from the main hall are Issei and his older brother, Reikon. We've been making quite a bit of noise, and they probably came to check it out. Greetings. Good morning.
Ah, fuck.
That's
what does that sound?
Taiga?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like Taiga. Okay. Rei-chan and Ryoto-kun, hello.
Fujine waves at them with a smile. Rei-chan is Reikon-san, just making sure. So you want me to do him?
Yeah, you get to be the boyfriend now. Is she simping for this guy?
I don't know. Maybe. Good to see you in high spirits, as always. By the looks of it, you're here to pay homage to our temple. Indeed, we are delighted to have you visit today. Also, we've been indebted greatly by the Fujimura house this summer. I will thank you in my father's stead. Before long, the high priest himself will be paying you a visit.
Oh, don't worry about it, really. Is the honorable preceptor doing well?
He's well, quite well, although 10 years of service do weigh on him. This month, claiming pursuit of knowledge, he went to another mountain temple. Lose not to the Fujimura Senior. Those were his spirited words.
The old man used to say that too, actually. This New Year's Eve, I will not be outdone by that Ryoto geezer. Save up lots and hold tight. Or something like that.
That sounds promising. That desire for money runs a little deeper than most people's. We're definitely looking forward to getting sliced and diced by the Senior. A pleasant laughing voice resounds throughout the temple grounds. Issei's father and Old Man Raiga's relationship is downright murderous. Furthermore, Fujine, Reikon, and Neko-san were all classmates. There must be a connection to the little-known ruling sect of the Miyama town.
Why are you trembling, Emiya?
It's kind of chilly and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
That's Taiga, I think, yeah.
Both our old man and even Rei-chan's father are fond of Shiro. Yep, so we'd like you guys to teach us.
Teach what, exactly? Chivalry and meditation? No, maybe gambling and praying? Oh no, there's no need for it, Junior. Shiro-kun will turn out quite well, I'm sure. Accomplished in both literary and martial arts and excelling at chivalry. A fine fellow, I'd say.
Oh, I wonder about that. He's alright now, but I'd really like him to be awesome like Rei-chan and stuff.
No way. A student like me can never have the composure that Reikon-san always does.
Sure you can. Rei-chan, remember back when we were at Homurohara? You'd get surrounded by guys from our school and still keep laughing. Well, you did get beaten up in the end, though.
Ah, but that was a while ago. And before I came to realize my fate, Taiga-kun had already tended to my wounds. Oh, a word of welcome for the clumsy and inexperienced monk. Taiga-kun's sole companionship. They laugh, a tiger and a wandering monk. Amazing. I mean, I'm actually looking at a man that is more than able to talk back to Fujine and weighs more than one. You're amazing, Reikon-san. Like, just awesome. A mind this broad that can keep company with Fujine must be the stuff of legends.
Brother Reikon is my role model. How about it, Emiya? Come to the mountain. Let's pursue this ideal together.
Before I knew it, Issei starts persuading me too. At this rate, Fujine may Fujine may well end up sending me off to them.
You've been
Fuck, I
drinking
fucked
too
it up
much?
the last time too. I'm like half a beer in.
You said you had a
Although I must
shower
admit-
beer!
It's the same one. I don't drink a whole lot of beer in the shower. I just need like little sips sometimes because it gets hot. Although I must admit, I do find the monk lifestyle somewhat appealing. Issei, who had been laughing, come to the mountain, suddenly straightens himself.
Brother Soichiro, what brings you here?
Well, that's Soichiro, right?
What?
So, Issei would have said... Oh, was that your Issei voice or your Soichiro? I don't know.
Listen, it's so
Sorry.
fucking hard that all the dudes sound the same.
Yeah.
You're like, I have a hard enough time. I get it as deep as I could go. I've
I
been
just thought you were doing your Soichiro voice, but it was your Issei voice.
They're literally, as long as all the dudes are on the screen at the same time, I'm fine. But as soon as this guy shut up, I went, fuck. They all sound the same. Like, thank God Gil aged up a bit. I still gotta figure out how I want to make him sound like a little boy, but like an evil little boy. But like, we're gonna work on it. I've been asked to deliver.
Little boy.
Oh, no, oh, that's right. He's pure and innocent. And
He's the perfect child.
I've been asked to deliver a message to your older brother. Good morning, Fujimaru-sensei, Emiya.
Ah. Right, Kuzuki-sensei lives here too. Whenever his lean figure is around, it's as if one's entire body's being oppressed, making it difficult to even open your mouth.
It's a weird descriptor.
I think that's Taiga.
Would that not be you? He just said hello?
Didn't we just say hi?
You just said ah. He
Oh.
said Fujimaru-sensei, Emiya.
Okay. I just said ah.
Yeah. And then you would say hello, and then she would say thank you for your help. Or,
Hello, Kuzuki-sensei.
or would it be the other way around?
She would also, I think she also refers to him as sensei. It's just like a professional title, you know? Because like he's a teacher with her, right?
Right. Oh. Thank you for your help as always.
I don't know.
Right? Fuck it. Here, too. Your help is appreciated every day. Please take your time. Reikon, your father is on the phone.
Right, my apologies. See you later, Shiro-kun. Junior, have a nice day. You come too, Issei, in case it'll be a particularly difficult question again. I may not manage alone.
Okay, to the extent of my abilities. Well then, please excuse me too.
Bowing respectfully, the two of them leave. Whew. Unconsciously, I relax a little. No matter how sociable Reikon might be, he still has an air of strictness about him. Issei, Reikon, Kuzuki-sensei, do these types of people tend to gather at temples?
Well, we'd better... Ugh.
Go ahead.
I figured
Who
the
knows?
adult would say it.
Go ahead.
Well, we better get going as well.
Sorry
So-
for putting you off like this. Oh. This is a hard scene.
There's too,
I think it's you.
there's too many bodies. Sorry for putting you off like this. It was not fated to happen today, but please don't hesitate to visit next time. Issei will also be glad to see you. Alright, until next time.
Leaving the main building behind, I follow Fujine across the temple grounds.
Oh, that sure was a surprise. Turns out Kuzuki-sensei lives here too!
Yeah, the three of them are pretty much like brothers, don't you think?
I know. Oh, but I wonder if we look like siblings too!
It'd be nice if we did. We've been living like brother and sister since forever. I'd even be kind of proud to have others see us that way.
Alright, I'll drop in the back for a bit. What about you, Shiro?
I'll be back after a stroll. I'd like to go to the hills behind the temple for a bit.
Okay, you don't worry about lunch for me then.
Parting with Fujine, I leave the temple grounds. Well then, what should I do next? Nothing at the fucking temple.
Yeah, apparently not at the temple.
School, residence. Saber in the courtyard. It's a weekend, I don't think you get locked in, right? Or a mystery in the seniors hallway.
I like mysteries.
Mysteries are always fun, yeah.
I will be random. Hey, wait, aren't you Emiya-senpai?
I look back towards the voice trying to stop me. It's gonna be a huge dude.
I fucking knew it!
And discover an underclassman I'm sure I've seen somewhere. Huh? You're,
Mrs. Suri Minori, first year. I'm a member of the archery club, as you might know.
He's getting this voice.
Because I can.
Just looking at his face and then you deciding on like the most energetic voice you've done all day.
They can't all have the same man voice. He's gonna show up with Issei and Kuzuki, and it's all gonna fall apart. Konamine's gonna show back up, and I'm not gonna know what to do.
Do you like a lazy boy voice?
Can
Look
you?
how lazy he looks.
Okay, what's a lazy boy voice?
I don't know.
Can you give me? Can you read the line for me?
Oh wait, now that's a lot of pressure. Hold on.
Yeah, if you're gonna bully me.
I think I'm just doing like I just put my eyes in that same kind of dead eye position. I put my hands in my pockets that I don't have. Try to really live the scene.
Now I'm gonna start laughing because I got my eyes closed. Mrs. Suri Minori, first year. I'm a member of the archery club, as you might know.
Whatever you want to do is fine. Wait, I didn't say my line. Ah, you're Mitsuzuri's little brother. I knew I'd seen you somewhere. Now that I think about it, I've seen him around since early spring. Sakura vouches that his archery skills aren't too shabby. Mitsuzuri criticizes him as all show and unacceptable, but she's the type that's harder on her family, so he might just be the club's most promising ace.
How about you stop calling me Mitsuzuri's little brother? Well, with the formalities, just Minori or you will do. Emiya-senpai.
Okay, so just Minori.
Yes, bet both of us could use the simplicity.
I wonder if he's being impolite on purpose or because he just is. Either way, I can't say he makes a good first impression. So what do you need, Minori? You stopped me for a reason, right?
I need something from you. It's just that it's an eyesore to see someone who isn't even a club wandering around aimlessly. You're still a former member of the archery club, even if you don't look like it, so I thought I'd ask what you were doing.
I was checking something out. You on the way back from the club?
Don't ask something so obvious. I came to drop off some things in the classroom after club, and now I'm heading back.
I see. But even then, this is the third year's hallway. I don't think there are any first year classes here. We both keep our silence. Something on his mind, but he's certainly not saying it. Strange. He doesn't seem like the type to hold back. So, how's the archery club? What do you think of the captain as a member? I want to hear from a first year's perspective, not that of Mitsuzuri or Fujine.
I think Captain Mato is doing a good job. It's hard to progress when there are a lot of novices like me, but surely everyone can grasp it by next year.
I see. I was worried Sakura might be overworking herself, so hearing that from the current member is a relief.
What are you talking about? You've quit the club. She doesn't need your concern. Sounds as if you still have some lingering affection or something.
He's full of hostility. Such a 15-year-old. Perhaps Mitsuzuri's little brother is really upset by the fact that I quit the club. Hey, did you come to pick a fight with me because I quit?
I don't really care. Despite having a fair bit of skill, you still quit, so you must have had a good reason. It's a refresher when you show up, and my sister seems to be in a better mood when you come too, so it ain't bad.
I don't get it. Then why all this hostility? If that's all, then do you mind? I still have stuff to do around the school.
No, wait just a second. I don't have any business with you. However, Nechan said that you'd know more about this. Stuff like, captain's hobbies, likes. I would like for you to tell me some.
Now I get it. No, in this case, it'd be hard not to.
So I thought I'd ask. If you don't know, so all good too.
Well, I kinda do. But what are you gonna do with that? If you're gonna use it for something silly, then I'll have to end this here.
Not that I have to tell you.
Same. I don't really feel like answering to you either.
Just like she said, a shrewd fella.
The boy curses me softly. His attitude's a little stiff, but Minori seems to be a reasonable guy otherwise.
You see, the reasons are entirely personal. I won't misuse it. I'm just going to refer to it as I buy a gift.
Ah, I see. In other words, you like Sakura, right?
It's not like that. I like her. I like her or anything, but the fall tournament starts soon, and I wanted to do something for the captain, since she looks so tired.
He answers calmly. Oh, dude, that's one of our 3 girlfriends. You gotta back off.
I feel like we have
Except
13
that-
girlfriends at this point. Didn't he just say Mitsuzuri-san said we were fucking hot?
Well, he said we were shrewd.
Well, that too. She can still like you.
Yeah, but I don't think she said we were hot. Except that his burning red face is about to set me ablaze as well. I see. So, what is it about Sakura that you like?
Hey, are you even listening to me?
Sure am. That's what I'd like to hear about.
Sincerity 0. I don't want to talk.
He turns his face away. And again, silence.
There isn't really a reason. She's a beauty, that's all.
Seems like he gave in to the silence. Yep, I'm sure Mitsuzuri loves to make fun of a character like this. A beauty, huh? That's one big compliment. Now, don't you think Mitsuzuri's beautiful too?
Awkward?
Why would you do this?
What?
Why would you do this to him?
What? Don't you dare compare her to my sister. My sister isn't even a girl to begin with.
Oh, wow. That's one bombshell of a statement to make while Mitsuzuri's anywhere within a kilometer-wide radius from here. This man is not to be underestimated.
He has no fears. No, I misspoke. Please don't tell my sister I said that.
Yeah, no need to even ask. She'd shoot me to death first if I did. I don't want my friend to get a criminal record, but more importantly, I value my life. Let's get back to the main topic, Minori. So what about the captain do you like?
Maybe her maturity?
Anything else?
Sometimes the way that her cheeks become red when she spills some tea without others noticing. Or maybe her gentle spirit when she's having fun. I find that fascinating, albeit rare.
Right. Okay, my turn next. Sakura's current hobby is cooking. She likes obaniyaki from Edamaya, and as for the stuff she wants, some kind of casual clothing, I guess. I'm not too sure about the last one, but I think I heard her say something like that to Ryder the other day.
Is it okay to tell me all that?
Can't be helped. I've heard so much, it's only fair that I tell you. The third bout of silence. But since it doesn't look like there'll be anything accomplished after this, I'll end it here. Alright then, good luck with the tournament.
Yeah. No, I don't need to hear that from you. I'll do my best on my own.
And Minori goes on his way. Well, what do you know? I knew Sakura was popular, but to think that even Mitsuzuri's brother. Her maturity, huh? Caught me off guard, what can I say? Maybe it's just Minori-kun, or maybe that's how the underclassmen see it. Either way, Sakura has become one fine senpai.
Senpai!
When are we getting our Fate spin-off sports anime?
God, fuck, win.
Just the archery club. North is more... Okay. It's just that the south button is slightly more left than the north button. And so it felt like we should have done that one first.
I felt like we would hit north and then south, right? Not like loop this way, but loop... I don't know.
They're the same. It doesn't matter. Nothing that noticeable on this end of the residential district. There's just no one walking outside, but there's nothing out of the ordinary otherwise.
There are no concrete abnormalities, but I do feel that something is not quite right.
More like the facts are contradicting with each other. We can hear the peaceful clamor of families enjoying their post-supper evening, but even Miyama is still lit up by the lights coming from these houses. So then why is it that on a normal evening like this, we haven't passed by anyone else? Well, there's no danger, so who cares? On to the next one, let's go. I turned my back on the Japanese-style end of the residential district. Oh. Ah, Saber, somebody just went inside that house. Looks like he just came back from work. What looks to be the silhouette of a person smoothly enters the dwelling without even ringing the doorbell.
Is that true? I did not notice.
Ah, so you couldn't see from over there. Oh well, at the very least we did come across one person. Now that the missing piece has been put in its place, we should go somewhere else. Just saw murder happen.
We sure did. You ready to be with, Shinji?
One second. No, I'm good. The fun thing about having wireless headphones is I can just, I can hear you doing your, like, stalling while I walk around.
Oh, God.
It's really funny. Ah, Shinji. A little before 10 in the morning, the port is still empty and there's no one but Shinji just standing there. Fishing? No, that's not it. He's just staring absentmindedly at the sea, empty-handed. Hey, Shinji?
What is this jacket?
What is that jacket? It's got, like, the normal linen collar, or whatever material collar,
Yeah, why
right?
is your lapel only half fur? Like, it would look fine if they did the top part, too. But this split
Right.
to only do half the lapel? Oh my god.
It's weird just having, like, a second flare there, too, right?
No, there's usually two. On jackets?
Okay. It's weird having a separation between the top and the
It's usually
bottom one
not
for me.
that distinct of a separation.
Yeah, right.
They usually meet much closer. And it also doesn't help that they look so much, like, this looks significantly larger than it should. It probably doesn't help that it's that weird fur.
I believe that Shinji would wear this with jeans.
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing? Are you waiting for someone?
Shut up, leave me alone. Everyone hates me anyway. I don't get to appear anywhere. And even when I do, it's as a joke. When I come to fish to release some stress, some freak starts picking a fight with me. So, Emiya, what do you think? Sakura appears 0x times, whereas I only appear 3 times. Wow, even if you count with one hand, you still have fingers left over. Isn't that totally unbalanced? I mean, there's no such thing as a little brother that's better than her little well, hold on. I mean, there's no such thing as a little sister that's better than her brother.
Are we getting fourth walled here?
Yeah.
Shinji moves to a far corner of the port. He curls up into a ball like a pill bug. I think he may be about to lose it. Look at him. Look at him in the distance. He'd probably welcome a cardboard box to cover himself up. Seeing him down like this, I try to hold back the tears welling up in my throat. Hey, don't be silly. You can do it, Shinji. Get up, Shinji. Not recognizing your own unfortunate treatment and not reading the mood are your strengths. You know it. I try my best to cheer him up.
I don't wanna. I'm tired. I'm a terrible person. I'm definitely a Mato. My grandfather, father, my father's little brother are all suited to sulking like this too.
Shinji curls up even more. Well, it takes an extraordinary person to behave in such a manner at a place as pleasant as this.
While wearing that jacket. Would you just go away already? I'm waiting for my destined opponent. It's my last chance to become a main character. I have no business with an empty-handed Emiya.
He shoos me away.
Minerva, please.
I can't really think of anything else to try right now. I'll try coming back here later.
Oh my god.
Shinji's mad that he's not a main character.
I really hope that I can get a picture of him on the end of the dock.
Yeah, that's a really good scene.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we skipped this one.
Just go night.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it always does this.
Minerva did that thing where she, I was petting her, so she sunk her claws in.
Oh. This is night 4. Are we gonna die with Saber?
We'll find out.
Probably, right? I think the game has to kind of end if we don't die.
Mm-hmm.
When we come down the hill, the town has completely changed. The lights have died out, and there's no sign of any human activity. Even still, this uninhabited town is full of breathing. It's an uncomfortable frequency, almost like a whisper. Meaningless hatred arises within me. It must be the bestial scent in the air. I feel strong anger at this enemy I've yet to see.
Shiro, there's no one inside these houses. Anything with a human form has disappeared completely from Fuyuki.
Not mass slaughter, but disappearance. It seems what Saber saw was corpseless, bloodless murder scenes.
This is truly an enigma. Perhaps this is the work of whoever restarted the Holy Grail War.
Yeah, probably. None of the other servants would do this, but more importantly, Saber, what do you think of these voices?
Voices? I'm not sure what. No, indeed, I can hear something. Is this the barking of a dog?
She narrows her eyes, trying to focus on the harsh sound. The voices become louder and louder. The shrill sounds reverberate between my skull and my brain, stimulating my instincts.
Shiro, what is wrong? Your face is pale. Could it be that there is poison in the air?
Yeah. Now that she mentions it, these voices are nothing other than poison.
I have some resistance to poison due to my armor, but Shiro, you are defenseless. Let us retreat back to the estate for now. I believe there should be no major trouble as Ryder is there, but I am still worried.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'd rather do something about these voices. There's only 2 hours left before the day ends. Let's find the source before the date changes.
Shiro, I understand how you feel, but there are no clues. Is it not wiser to retreat?
This isn't like Saber. I've been hearing the clues all this time up to the point of blatancy. Let's leave home defense to Ryder. Right now I want to track these voices.
Shiro!
I run ahead of her. My sense of balance is getting destroyed by the breathing of these beasts swirling inside of my ears. They can't be too far off. Tonight, Saber's with me. I shouldn't lose no matter who I fight. The howling changed into roaring. At this point, there's no need for me to say anything to Saber. That's because the enemy is in front of us. The things that wiped out all the people in this city. Are all here, flocking to a girl I've never seen before. I know I've seen them before, but my memory fails me. Just a little more. If the clock strikes midnight or somebody tells me, I'll remember. They howled, making jarring sounds. A frequency outside of my hearing range. The herd informs me with certainty, with voices that no human could ever make out. I'll kill you. A beast raises its head. Bringing its claws, it rushes me as if it was crawling.
Shiro, stay back!
Saber moves forward in a flash. She cuts through the mysterious beasts. I don't know what force moves these monsters, but it's obvious they're no match for Saber. She should be able to clear them out without any problem. In that case, I'll catch that girl watching us from deeper inside of the park. She's got to be the one behind this real-life Twilight Zone if she's in charge of these beasts. I slip past the monsters that are being thinned out by Saber.
Where are you going, Shiro? Stop, you must not move away from me!
The monsters keep attacking her. They swarm around Saber desperately, probably having instinctively realized who's the most powerful being in this area. I don't like leaving Saber behind, but this is my chance. They'll never be able to outmatch her, no matter how many of them attack together. The best they can do is buy time. I can use this chance to go after their master. All this time, the girl's been simply watching us without running away. I can do this. I don't feel any threat coming from that girl. I already know that I'll be able to catch her by myself.
Do we know what
Have
she
we
sounds
voiced her
like?
yet?
I don't think so. I think every other time that she showed up, she hasn't said anything. Do we know
Do you
what
want this? Do you want me to have this? I can only go off appearance. I don't really know what she actually sounds like.
I guess, how often is she going to come up later on? Because you've already got your voice box being wrecked by Anger Mind You.
That's true, but I'm not gonna growl with her voice, I don't think. Just based off vibes, you're quite the master. We could well, I don't know. You could turn the dialogue on and just play one of her lines since she doesn't appear in any animated properties.
It's in front of me, isn't it?
How did we do this? Voices.
Is this gonna give away her name that we don't know?
I don't think it would give it away until we know, but I don't think knowing her name would do anything to you. It would just be a word, right? And yeah, well, there's her name for you, but... And then you might have to roll up the backlog and hit the little voice box. Fuck, we have to do that on the next page.
Why did I not think that this would be Japanese? I feel so dumb. She started talking and I was like, this is the least helpful thing I've ever heard.
The tone is helpful. Like young, calm.
Okay.
Not void of emotion, but she's not super pressed right now. Oh.
What?
The next line. No, I just...
You're not allowed to read?
Sorry.
You're quite the master. I would have never expected you to leave Saber to fend off those monsters by herself.
A voice lacking any emotion.
Damn it.
Her clothes remind me of a life... I think you did great there, but the voice, as far as what she sounded like. Her clothes remind me of a lifeless doll. I'll save the chit-chat for later. Right now, I'm gonna catch this girl in front of me. I grab her arm. Got you. Hey, who the hell are you? No, stop these guys first. If you won't stop them, I was about to say I would use force on her. However...
Oh my god.
Oy.
You'll assault me violently? I don't mind, except that kind of thinking is awfully unlike you. Don't you agree, Emiya Shiro?
She sees through me and replies with heavy words that I've tasted once before. You know me. So you were the one that restarted the Holy Grail War.
Yes, I was the one that restarted it in this form. If you wish to resolve it, you should catch me. However, this time it was a failure. We were not meant to be here.
What? My vision flickers, and in an instant... Is that Spanish?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Spanish?
It seems like Spanish to me, but I can look it up real quick. If we're curious.
Yeah? You know how good I am at speaking German.
Google says it's Latin, which I guess tracks.
Of course she speaks fucking Latin!
Yeah. That just means, do not touch me.
Noli me tangere? Tangere?
Yeah,
How do we...
Tangere, I think.
Tangere? I literally didn't take Latin. I wasn't that sweaty.
Nali me tangere. That's what Google Translate says.
I love the Google Translate people. The automation voice.
Yeah.
Nali mi tangere.
Oh, the shroud. Ah! My limbs are restrained by a cloth with a will of its own. What the hell? I can't move. The cloth's only restraining my arms and legs, and all it's pulling on is that girl's slender arms. Why the hell am I having trouble even breathing?
Resistance is futile. It is impossible for a man to tear the holy cloth of Magdala.
My body creaks. Thankfully, the restraint that's holding my entire body doesn't seem to have enough power to tear me apart. In fact, it seems like a mystic code that specializes only in restraining its target.
I have no intention of killing you. Since this meeting was a failure, all we need to...
The girl's face starts convulsing. I hear a quiet sound. The sound of flesh being torn apart and the smell of blood drifting through the air. Her face distorts in pain. What's going on? Nobody could have hurt her, yet there's blood trickling down her body. Hey, you okay there? That's definitely not normal. I'm the one tied up, but whatever that girl's going through sure looks a lot worse. Oh, for God's sake, just get this thing off me. You're suffering, right? I won't do anything, so just take it easy. I wonder how much of that she believed. The girl slowly moves her collapsing body.
How could I become possessed so quickly? I knew it. You are.
Leaving that interesting remark behind, she staggers away. Stop moving around when you're hurt, you idiot. If you're going to run away, get this damn cloth off me. The red cloth is doing its job even with its master gone. I can't move, can't breathe too well, and just as I'm about to pass out.
Are you all right, Shiro?
Saber's sword cuts through the red cloth. The horde of monsters is still all around us. She came to save me in the midst of her own battle, no doubt. Not letting her guard down, Saber keeps her sword pointed at the beasts.
What was that cloth? Those monsters do not have such an ability.
I don't really know either. Anyway, nothing's gonna make any sense till I capture that girl.
What? Did you say girl?
She went that way. I should still be able to catch up to her. Sorry, Saber. Please take care of these guys for me. Leaving Saber to cover my back, I run off. I don't know the cause, but that girl was injured. I want to know who she really is, but first, those wounds have to be treated. The trail of blood continues onto the tufts of grass on the riverbank. She's lost a lot of blood. If something isn't done soon, she could lose her life. A voice of suppressed agony. The girl is lying in the tall grass to hide herself. Hey, you're in there, aren't you? Don't run away. I'm not going to do anything to you. I just have some things I want to ask you, but I'll do that after I patch you up.
Stop. Run away.
I hear the sharp sound of ripping flesh again. This isn't the time to be worrying about traps or a counterattack. Urged on by the smell of blood, I step onto the grass.
Yeah.
The girl's injury has worsened. I don't know what happened, no, what's going to happen, but I keep walking closer, unable to let things go on like this.
Don't look.
Her agony intensifies. Every step I take, it gets worse. It seems almost sexual somehow.
Why do we do this?
Grasps of pain grow hotter, bit by bit. With each step, I dig deeper into her body. Little by little, I expose her body. If that's the case, the moment I reach her, she will climax.
God damn it.
One more step. A part of me thinks I could treat her body and then...
No, don't come close.
Another part of me doesn't want to approach, knowing I'll die. What is this? Red liquid backed up, pouring out of my mouth. I looked down at the sinister weapon that penetrated my stomach. Yeah, that'll definitely... I've seen many things up until now, but none of them ever lived up to the horror in front of me. Oh shit. Huge claws are coming out of her slender body. So that wound came from the inside?
She also has this weird body?
While gasping in heat, the girl formed that monster and impaled me as I got close. I'm fading out. I will die here, not even needing to wait until the next hour. But still, the knowledge I gained is tremendous. This was not the right place. I cannot meet her here. To learn her name, it has to happen at a place closer to the source. Engraving only that onto my memory, I released the consciousness that I kept linked to my body. And on the verge of death, looking at the figure of the girl that gave birth to this weapon, I suddenly remember a demon from a fairy tale.
Do.
Demon from a fairy tale sounds like Angramanyu.
We got to
Not
finally...
nuclear. We have to finally arrive tonight where she was first noticed. We are pretty close to our endpoint for a restart of the route.
Yeah, do I hit start and then save, or is it...
Well, it probably doesn't matter. Either way, it's probably fine.
But if I quit, I feel... Okay, hold on.
If you start, you're just loading a save, right?
I guess.
I mean, you can start and save if it makes you feel better.
Ooh, we have money!
500 yen.
100,
100.
200. Sick!
Oh, nice. Sick. Nice. She's got some weird pant thing going on. Makidera Ka... Fuck, what's my archer voice? Makidera Kaide. Fuck.
You had it?
All right.
Yeah, you had it.
Makidera Kaide. The character designer summed it up well. A heroine in some sense of the word.
In the production manager's timeless words, this fan disc was made possible by Makidera Kaide, which is no exaggeration. It nearly got to the point that they had to enact a Makidera ban. Thus, I present to you the Maki Side Shakedown, the series.
Even so, isn't 100 yen for this Emma a little mean?
Oh, they're about 200. Okay. They said thigh highs, thigh highs.
Thigh eyes.
Promotional illustration part 3. If you look at her from the side, Miss Karen looks even more out of place.
Is this a sense of rivalry I feel brewing?
Can't be. Oh, fuck. I skipped too fast. That was an awesome line, wasn't it? Awesome, right?
You remind me of the saying, sometimes youth brings more harm than recklessness. You could read it again if you wanted to.
It won't let me go back.
But I think if you click on it again, it will.
There's a difference between not hiding something and not being able to hide it.
Damn. Damn. Brutal.
His fucking face. Oh. She's so mean. Oh, let's go. Look at you.
That's how I feel. A little taiga.
Those are so cute. Promotional material produced for marketing. In short, promotional illustration part 1. It was also used on the back of the box, which goes without saying, I guess.
You don't get a lot of chances to observe Fujimura Taiga's feet.
Stop. Huh? Loafers? I always pictured her as the slip-on sandal type.
She's not that unrefined, at least. The first thing when you open that, I was like, huh, I guess I've never seen Taiga's shoes before.
Yeah. I wanted to see her feet again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, now that they've pointed it out.
I don't think we got any wallpapers.
I don't think we did either. These are things that I have to check.
Yeah, I understand. Special, right? That was extra?
That was special. Extra is the...
Oh, the extra. Oh, right.
That was special. I don't know what... Oh.
Entrance is like the front page or whatever.
So I don't need to save where we are now.
I don't think so, but I guess maybe to be safe, you hit start and then just save immediately. It'll just be bits, right? Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just nervous.